Welcome to the repair shop,
Oh, my goodness.
where precious but faded keepsakes
That is proper crushed.
are restored to their former glory.
Zhuzhing.
Could I get finished now, please?
Yes.
A dream team of expert craftspeople
I'm absolutely chuffed to bits.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yes, look at that.
using traditional techniques passed down the generations.
Perfecto.
It's almost magic.
Nothing better than a plan that works.
Restore irreplaceable treasures
It's perfect.
and unlock the stories they hold.
Happy teeth.
It feels more magical.
I just want to hug everybody.
A new morning in the barn, and fellow upholsterers Jay and Sonnaz can't resist a sneak peek at the latest arrival.
Yeah, that's going to... Whoa.
Don't touch it now.
Yeah, leave it.
This chair once provided Joelle Gardner's children, Lushan and Romaya, with hours of childhood adventure and joy.
Hello. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, thank you, good.
So, tell us about this chair.
It was my dad's chair, originally.
Right.
It lived in Dad's very neat and tidy house that he had that
Right.
only got messy when these guys came around.
Oh, nothing to do with you then, no?
Nothing to do with me.
Right.
It was when they was a lot younger.
Okay.
And yeah, I remember it always being in the living room whenever we came, and he'd pull it into the middle of the room, and then these guys would put on his motorbike helmet.
He's smiling already.
Yeah, they'd put on this motorbike helmet, they'd jump into the chair, and my dad would spin them, and it would just be crazy.
Did anybody fly off of it?
Every time.
Every time?
Every time.
What was Dad's name?
Herall.
It sounds like he was a really fun granddad and dad as well.
He's the type of person that would make you laugh until you cry. Sometimes I'd have to beg him, like, stop, please, I can't laugh anymore. So, yeah. Dad was very helpful, especially when I had these guys, particularly Romaya. I was only 17 when I gave birth to Romaya, and he was there at the hospital.
Wow.
He dropped me home, and he was there almost every day. He used to take them away to the seaside and just do fun things with them while I get a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
He'd invite us over for dinner. I'd always see him sort of sat at the table, smiling to himself, like that was his happy place. He used to always say that he didn't really need much, just his family, really.
Oh, wow.
So, when did he pass?
So he passed away in 2014.
Okay.
He had cancer, but he didn't know. He passed away quite quickly, so it was very sudden.
You must miss him.
Massively miss him. Yeah, a lot. But this was a very special piece of furniture for him, and it was very important to him.
And a place where he could have fun with his grandchildren.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was in much better condition when we first got it.
Right.
But once we got it home...
Everybody... See how they're just throwing you under the bus? Sorry. I didn't know they was going to do this.
Once we got it home...
Let him speak for himself. Hold on. What did you do to the chair?
It was just trying to recreate him spinning me, I guess.
Thank you. Right.
And it reclined and broke in half.
But you still kept it, even though you knew...
Yeah, there was just no way that I could get rid of it. I just couldn't let it go.
So what would you like Sonnaz to do to this?
Just hopefully bring it back to life. I just feel like Dad would be happy to see it functionable and working again.
And the chair just looks lonely and sad, so it kind of makes me feel the same.
Aww.
We're going to get straight on it, OK? You guys take care now.
All right, thank
All
you.
right.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Take care, won't you?
Bye.
Bye.
This is a modern chair. It's not one of a kind.
But the really key thing is it means a lot to Joelle and her family because of that connection with her dad. So I really want to make sure that not only does it look fabulous, but functionally it still spins. The leather is in pretty good condition. It just needs a clean, and then I'll address the leather finish itself. So I'm going to take the covers off first and address the fabric sections where they need replacing. The padding has lost its plumptuousness. You don't always have to completely replace foams. When they've lost their body, like what's happened here, they can create quite a nice base layer. So adding a layer on top of it is the best solution to making it fill a cover again without any waste, because you can keep what was originally there. Oh. Okay, now I can start taking the covers off and start having a look at the foam.
Dorcas Kane and her brother Stephen have travelled to the barn from Birmingham with a cherished reminder of their parents' determination to make a new life in Britain. It needs Steve Fletcher's horology expertise.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Fine.
You're good,
okay?
thank you.
Very good. Can't complain. So what have you got for us then?
Carefully wrapped up.
Very well protected. This clock belonged to my parents, Hermann and Keturah Brown.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad come from the sunny island of Antigua. Dad came in March of 1960 and Mum came in September. In the Caribbean, they grew up seeing the Queen, head of state, and they saw England as somewhere that they belonged.
In 1948, the Empire Windrush was one of the first ships to bring large numbers of people from the Caribbean to a post-war Britain desperate for workers. Over the next 2 decades, it's estimated that over 500,000 followed.
What was life like for them here?
I think they came here with ideas of what they thought it was going to be, and I think they were surprised to find what it actually was.
Yeah.
So when a lot of our Caribbean Windrush generation came here and were not welcomed in English congregations, they had no choice but to start their own because they wanted to continue to worship. So Dad became a church leader very soon after arriving in Birmingham, and he pastored a church for well over 40 years.
They faced a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Like you're not welcome.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad, well, a lot of Caribbean people simply couldn't get credit, bank loans to furnish their houses. So they worked and they saved. And the clock is one of the first items that they brought to furnish their room. They didn't have a house, it was a room. And then when the family started to come along, it went to 2 rooms. After that, they got their first council house.
Okay.
And then we were there until 1981. And then they were able to buy the next house. And they owned it up until the day they passed away. And this sat on top of the cabinet in pride of place, always in the front room. It used to chime on the hour. It would chime and we'd know Dad's coming on, but I'd go and wash the dishes, that sort of thing. Or it was chime, it's time for bed.
Oh, time for church.
When was the last time you heard it chiming?
I can hazard a guess. It's at least a quarter of a century since it's chimed. We really would like to hear the chime and to just remind us really of our days growing up in a house full of love.
It goes a lot deeper than just a clock.
Yeah.
It's gone through generations. It's seen a lot.
Yeah.
So for this to be repaired right now, it would mean so much.
So it never had all of this stainage on there?
No.
I'm not quite sure where this has come from. I would like to see it looking brand spanking new, as I imagine Mum saw it in the shop window.
Right.
I would like to honour the Windrush generation. They came here with nothing. They came with dreams. But when they saw what it actually was, they stuck at it in the face of so much hostility. They've taught us so much, and I'm so proud that I am a product of the Windrush generation.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing this in. All right?
You're welcome.
You guys take care.
Thank you for having us.
All right. No problem.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye-bye.
Take care now. Bye-bye. That's an important story, isn't it?
It really is. And do you know what? When they hear it chiming for the first time, I can't wait.
All right, nice one.
This will be a massive honour to get this clock repaired, working properly. The case is really quite badly damaged. I'm going to have to ask Will if he will have a look at it and get it back to the condition that Dorcas would love. I'm always itching to get inside a clock mechanism. I do wonder what's gone on with this clock in the past. There may be something really simply wrong with it, a worn bearing or a bent lever, but I won't know that until I take it apart. I'm just going to have to strip it down and clean it all up.
Back in the wagon shed, upholsterer Sonnaz is preparing to plump up the volume on the dilapidated leather chair.
I've taken all of the covers off. I'm going to start with the arms, I think. I've really got to be careful that I don't over-pad, because there is a danger that I won't be able to fit the cover back onto it. So I'm just kind of using my upholsterer's intuition with how much foam to actually add on each layer. Perfect, that's good. Sometimes a foam saw can be quite heavy and big and bulky. So for finer cuts, sometimes I like to use a blade. I love this process of gently refining things to form an exact shape. It's a little bit like sculpting, I feel. Okay. Already it looks so much better, and it feels better as well. Brilliant. So all I need to do is repeat the same process on the other pieces. I've unpicked all of the covers. The reason I'm having to do this is because there's a hole on this outside arm. So the best thing to do is to replace them like for like. This is quite precise work because I've got leather, piping, and the new fabric to navigate, so I need to get my head down and plough on. This really is the moment of truth as to whether I've put too much foam on or not enough. It's very similar to wrestling a crocodile. The Velcros are together. It feels great. It's lovely and full. I've just got to put the other covers on as well. And I'm also going to need Dom's help because I'm hoping he's going to be able to put the chair back together again.
Always up for a challenge, and this certainly is one. I've genuinely got no idea how this goes back together. I'm sort of joining the dots up. Times like this where I wish I had 3 arms. Yes, here we go. Brilliant. Right.
As Dom reassembles one precious keepsake, another treasure arrives. Richard Postlethwaite has travelled from Devon with his daughter Nikki. After recently having their hopes crushed, they're looking to goldsmith Richard Talman for help.
Hello, how are you doing? You all right?
How are you?
Very good. That's a lovely smile you got there. Is that what you brought in for us?
Yeah, can you repair it?
I don't know. It doesn't need repairing.
Doesn't need repairing.
Okay. So, what have you brought in?
I've got a ring that has my mum's ashes in.
Okay.
And sadly, it got squashed when I was moving a table and got my hands stuck. And obviously the resin with the ashes is there, but it's snapped just here.
Oh dear, OK.
What was Mum's name?
Mum was Julie.
Yeah.
She was 62 when she died, 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what did she pass from? What was it?
She had lung cancer.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
And it was really hard because she was incredibly fit, active, into everything, organising social events for everybody, the family, grandchildren were her life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was amazing. She was an inspiration. She was a nurse for 35 years.
Wow.
She loved the job,
Yeah.
loved the staff, loved the patients, hated technology.
She really did. She was the glue that held everything together.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for us. It's obviously really hard for Dad every single day, but the grandchildren as well. Nanny sunshine, so.
Yes. Sounds like you miss her.
Oh, terribly, every day. Got married when she was 19, I was 23, and, yeah, together ever since.
So whose idea was to put the ashes in the ring?
That was Mum's idea. She said to Dad that's something she would like for my sister and I. So Dad got my sister and I the brochure, and independently we both actually picked the exact same ring. So I now get to see my sister wearing hers with pride and knowing that I have broken mine.
Yeah.
We tried to get it repaired from the people we got it from.
Right.
And then sent them the ring, and they sent it back and said, no, we can't do that. So...
Wow.
I just wanted to try and get it put right for Nikki, really.
Yeah, it's really has sustained a bit of bending, hasn't it? At that point there, the stones have come away and been lost.
And the ashes are still in here, though, aren't they?
They're
in the resin.
In the resin, yeah.
And the resin in there. So if Rich is able to repair this and get it back onto your finger, what's it going to mean to you?
I will feel that, obviously, that Mum's with me. I'll feel really happy that I'm doing what Mum wanted. And I won't feel guilty every time I see my sister anymore.
OK.
Oh, Nikki, I do love a challenge.
Thank you.
So I'll do my very best for you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
Thank you.
Thanks
for your time.
Thanks, Anne.
You guys take care now.
OK, bye-bye.
See you soon. This is going to be, without a doubt, the most risky repair yet.
Really?
Without a doubt.
All right. I'll bring you a cup of tea. I think you're going to need it.
2 sugars, thank you.
No problem.
This ring is made from 9-carat white gold. I can see that there's quite a lot of cracks all over it. We've got just on the bottom part here, this wire, that's broken almost all the way around. The stone's missing. and the ring's very much bent out of shape. The stones around the outside and on the shoulders, they're a quartz-based lead crystal, and the stone in the middle is an epoxy resin, which has got the ashes of Nicky's mum entwined within it. Added a little bit of colour pigment to make the blue. Now, I would usually repair a ring by using a gas torch and hot solder, but this ring is not going to be able to be repaired this way. The stone in the middle is incredibly intolerant to heat. It really is quite a risky job, so I need to use my laser welder to get as minimal heat on this as possible. The very first thing I need to do is to get this round again, and for that I'm just going to take a triblet, which is a tapered steel tool. I'm going to place the ring over the top, and I'm going to just lightly tap with a hide mallet. Here goes.
While Steve finishes cleaning the mechanism of the 1960s clock, woodwork whiz Will is making a start on its badly stained case.
I'm using some varnish stripper now to take the finish off the surface. You could sand it, but then the risk with that is this veneer could be incredibly thin, so any kind of harsh abrasives like sandpaper could go through the veneer into the wood on the inside. I'm not too sure what has dripped onto the surface, but it's definitely eaten through the varnish and buried itself into the wood. So there's a slight chance that when I have taken all the varnish off, I might have to use another method to try to draw that stain out.
The pivots of this clock are in really good condition. I just need to pop them into the plates now to see if there's any wear in the pivot holes. And here I can see that there is actually some wear. This pivot here is actually moving across probably 0.25 of a millimetre, which in clockmaking terms, this is substantial. The teeth of the wheels, they actually roll round each other. And if there's any wear in the pivot holes, because the distance between the wheels are wrong, they'll rub on each other, and that will stop the clock eventually. I'm just going to file the hole now because I need to centre it up. I do this by eye and feel, and because I've been doing this for 50 years, I'm getting quite good at it now. Right, that'll be enough. So what I need to do now is pick the correct bush, open up the hole in the plate, push the bush in, and that will be a new bearing done.
I've now stripped the old varnish off of the surface of the clock, but these really dark stains on the left are still visibly there. I've decided to use wood bleach. In theory, this should bleach out quite well. It depends on the type of wood you're bleaching or how deep the stain is. So I'm really hoping that this is the winning option here. The bleach has now dried, so I'm hoping it's done its job. I need to neutralise this surface with water now. Not only is it going to neutralise it, but it's also going to show me what it's going to look like when it's actually been polished up. So here is the moment of truth. Yeah, looks good. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Compared to how it was, that's a massive transformation. I am really pleased with that.
finished all of the bushing and got to the point now where I start putting everything back together again. I remember when I first started doing clocks, this sort of process would take me an age to do. Now I sort of whiz through it, knowing where most things go.
Also near completion is the chair that's had Sonnaz in a spin.
I'm thrilled to see the chair back together again, and that's now allowing me to start addressing the scuffs. I'm using a leather renovator to recolour and touch back in any scuffs. The leather renovators sit on top of the surface and create a barrier and sort of help protect the scuff as well from any further damage. I'm thrilled with how it's looking, nice and plump and clean. It's quite a handsome chair. I can't wait to see what Joelle, Lushan and Romaya think of the chair when they see it.
Joelle's dad was the ultimate fun granddad for her children, Romaya and Lushan, when he spun them round in this chair. Safety rigorously upheld by the addition of his motorbike helmet.
Hello, how we doing?
Hi.
You good? You brought a helmet as well. You missed it?
Yeah, it was very strange not having it in the house, actually. I didn't realise how much we'd missed it.
So what are you hoping for?
A usable chair.
Usable?
That
you're going to swing
doesn't
round?
send you flying backwards when you sit on it.
Yeah. Should we show?
Yeah.
Do the honours.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh, it looks like how it used to look. Like in the beginning. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, thank you so much. Oh man. Seriously, it's so amazing.
All it needs is someone in there now. You ready?
Oh.
And good. It did take me back. It's quite emotional, actually. I do feel a little bit overwhelmed by having this chair back in its state.
It looks absolutely beautiful. I feel like I can finally just sit in it and, you know, remember my granddad.
Lushan, you will be chief spinner.
I will take over the role.
Richard has finished reshaping the ring with the vulnerable resin and ash centerpiece. Now he needs to ensure the fragile structure stays in shape.
So I'm going to start by putting a tack weld on with this. This is a laser welder. It fires a very, very precise laser beam, which will allow the heat just to penetrate that at that exact point. I do need to be a bit careful, though, because the more shots of the laser beam I put into the ring, the more the ring's going to heat up. Any heat I get anywhere near the setting that's holding the resin in, I could cause myself even further problems. So. I've got that first tack in. That's now holding that one particular piece nice and secure. The stone is still very cool in the middle, so this is exactly what I was after. I've now got to address the gallery, which is the fine wire that follows the shape of the top of the ring, and it's just on the underside part, the part where your finger would touch. It's very, very thin, and here it's completely cracked in 2 places, and on the other side the same. So what I'm going to need to do at this point is just replace those little pieces of wire with fresh stuff. I'm going to use an exceptionally sharp pair of side cutters, and 1 cut and 2. Just need to do the same to the other side. I'm going to take this piece of 9-carat white gold. That's following the curvature of it perfectly. I need to snip that piece so it fits between this point and this point. Repeat that, then it'll be back on the laser welder again to fix it. I'm absolutely delighted that I've got the gallery on, I've got all the fractures filled. Now I'm finally at the stage where I can reinsert the missing gems. And so I'm going to take some diamonds. They're all ethically sourced, and in this case they're actually reclaimed diamonds. So now I've got to get this very, very small diamond, which measures just 1 millimetre diameter, into the setting. The safest and most successful way of doing this is to take a piece of beeswax and I just pick it up and offer it onto the hole of the ring, like so. Just going to take a pusher and I'm just going to push over the top of the diamond. Basic tool number 3 is an old sock with talcum powder in it. When you're staring at a ring, all one can see is the sparkle coming off into their eyes, and it just completely distracts you from the metal that you actually need to look at. So just dust it down, like so. And now all the sparkle's gone because the talcum powder's covered up the stone, and I can quite clearly see all of the metal surrounding it, which means I know where to push. I'm going to take this graining tool, and then I rock it. It sort of evens the metal out into a really nice dome, a little bit like an ice cream scoop does to ice cream. Okay, that stone is in there now nice and securely. Now I need to do the same for the other 4.
Steve has already reassembled the workings of the 1960s clock, but there's still fine-tuning to do.
I'm just going to trip the chime and strike mechanism now. There we go. After all the years I've been doing clock repairing, I still enjoy seeing a mechanism like this chiming and striking as it was when it was brand new. Right, now's the time to get it into the case. Will has done the most amazing job. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. There we go. Great. I just need to get the hands on now and then set up the hammers so that the chimes sound nice and sweet. And then it's ready for Dorcas and Steve. I can't wait to see their face.
So it's all working?
It's working really well.
Yeah. That's what I like to hear.
The clock is a precious reminder of Dorcas and Stephen's parents' resilience, but it hasn't chimed in over 25 years.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. So how are you both doing?
We're excited.
Yeah. What are you hoping for?
I I'm hoping to see the clock as I think Mum would have seen it when she looked in the shop window and she said to Dad, who she called Brown, and she said, Brown, that's the one for me.
That's the one I want.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what I'm hoping for.
So you ready to see it?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
You sure?
Absolutely. If you don't, I will.
Wow.
Oh, look at
that is brand new.
Oh, she's a beauty.
Oh.
She's an absolute beauty. Oh, my word.
Oh.
I mean, it looks absolutely brand spanking new.
It's stunning.
Just going to take this little wire I've got there and then just...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You okay, Dorcas?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
When it was chiming, I just see you look up. Why did you do that?
Just the memories of Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
Just the simplicity of life with Mum and Dad providing that happy home for us. So for me, that sound really does just tug at my heartstrings and brings back the best memories.
In a second, you've gone from this year back to childhood instantly.
Yeah. Bless you.
We're overjoyed.
So it's yours to take now.
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate all that you've
No
done.
problem.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye now.
That's nice, isn't it?
Really nice.
Eh?
Yeah.
For me, the clock symbolises Mum and Dad. It symbolises what they worked for, what they achieved when they came to this country. And for a lot of people, it may not be a big achievement, but little things that other people take for granted, we see in that clock and thinking, yeah, that's a major achievement.
I wasn't sure how I would react, but to see the clock restored and working just made me feel overwhelmed with joy.
Richard has completed repairs to the ring containing the ashes of a much-missed mum. His final task is to restore its original brilliance, and once again he needs to adapt his normal methods.
Usually I would do my polishing on the mop on a machine. I'm just being a little bit overcautious with this ring because it is so delicate. I'm going to use this bristle brush, which is going to allow me to get into all the corners without any risks of snagging it. Now that I'm on the final stages of this ring, I really do feel such a sense of relief. It is such a precious ring, such an irreplaceable ring that means so much to Nikki. And it wasn't without risks, but I think Lady Luck's been on my side on this particular repair, and I'm really, really excited to show this to her.
The ring was one of two created in memory of a mother for her daughters, but an accident left Nikki's damaged beyond use and seemingly impossible to repair.
Hey, Rich.
Hi, Will.
Oh, nice and shiny.
Thank you very much.
Right, should we get that covered up? There we go.
With high hopes that the impossible has been achieved, Nikki and her dad Richard are back.
Hi. Hello.
Nikki, Richard, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Welcome back. Thank you.
I've heard all about your lovely ring. How has it felt leaving the ring with us and not having it with you?
In some ways, I actually felt better leaving it here because it was just in the box in my bedside drawer, not doing what it was supposed to be doing. I wasn't wearing it. So actually felt a bit hopeful leaving it with you.
Almost like it was a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, put it onto yours.
On mine.
Yeah.
Unlike any other ring I've ever worked on, that stone in the centre was 100% irreplaceable.
Yes. Yeah.
So we won't keep you waiting any longer.
Let's
Rich,
not.
let's have a look.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That's incredible.
How did you do that?
I cannot believe that. You're very talented. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Look.
I know. That's amazing.
I really didn't think I'd ever be able to wear it again. It's been really hard, obviously losing Mum, and the things that she's missed out on since not being with us. So to now have her going through those things almost with us again is really special. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it just brings me pleasure, and it brings Nikki pleasure as well to see it where it should be.
Yeah.
And bringing back the memories that it should do as well.
I hope it'll serve as a lasting memory of her.
It really will, thank you.
It's amazing. Really appreciate it.
It's been lovely to meet you both.
Okay,
And you,
and you.
thank you.
Thanks very
Thanks.
much.
Take
Bye.
care. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye then.
Bye.
Great job.
Take that as a positive.
Yeah.
Enjoyed.
I think the job that Rich has done is incredible. It looks as good as it did when it was new.
It means a lot that Nikki can wear the ring again, and that it gives them, both my daughters, a bit of knowledge that their mum's always going to be with them.
I will absolutely be wearing the ring every day, showing it off proudly. And when we have a get-together at the weekend with family, be comparing it with my sister, seeing whose is shinier.